Today, Michelle is going to tell us a bit about her own artwork. She'll cover the work that's in the exhibition, but also other work beforehand, and also tell us a little bit about Short House and other projects she's done in Los Angeles and in Berlin. Afterwards, if you have any questions about her work or about the Short House or about the exhibition, she and Regina and I will be glad to answer them. So it's our real pleasure to present Michelle Chong and to welcome you here to Art Laboratory Berlin. And I'll give you the stage.
Thank you so much to the Art Lab, Christine and Regina. It's been a real inspiring process working with you, from both Ian Henderson and I. Unfortunately, he is unable to be here today. Before I get started, I would like to maybe know who I'm speaking to. Perhaps, is everyone from Berlin? Yeah? Anybody? No? Where are you from?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from there.
Okay. Are there any other artists? Yeah? Writers? Students? Okay. No. What else? Michael?
Yes.
You're a teacher?
I'm a teacher,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm a teacher as well. I teach art and photography to all ages, middle school, high school, college level. I also teach swimming. I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah. I grew up there, and then I moved to Seattle, Washington. I went to the University of Washington. That's where I got my Bachelor's of Fine Art. I studied photography and environmental studies. Then afterwards I moved to Los Angeles, where I did my Master's in Fine Art at Otis College of Art and Design. So I've really lived on the west coast of the U.S. During college, I was really interested in learning as much as I could about the technical side of photography, such as studio lighting, color management, etc. Early on, I had a lot of influence, aesthetic influence, and technical influence from the photographer Gregory Crutzen. This is his photograph. I was fascinated by the high-level production and very cinematic style. However, I studied more of the work from artists such as Michael Snow, James Coleman, Christopher Williams, Jeff Wall, and Sharon Lockhart. So this is my work. It's an image of my work titled Untitled Photographs from 2005. It is a diptych. Each photograph is approximately 50 by 75 centimeters. Presented are two different perspectives of the same walking path. The piece illustrates the role that the photographer has as director and picture maker. By comparing and contrasting the images back and forth, it creates this kind of narrative of movement or change in orientation. I investigated this kind of manipulation of picture making further from here. The next work I'm going to show you is a series of photographs titled Stock Images from 2005. This first one is stock image number 13. I used complex lighting, strobe lighting, and methods of constructing a scene like Crutzen, but these techniques were used in a more ironic and humorous way. I constructed 3 advertisements based off the notion of formulated stock imagery. The 3 photographs depict a couple in different daily life situations. The first one is of a couple in a domestic setting, and they're enjoying their strawberries over morning coffee and reading the newspaper. During the shoot, for inspirational purposes for the actors, I ripped out pages from the American clothing catalog, J. Crew, and taped them around the set. It was a fun shoot. This next slide is stock image number 17. This is the recreational setting. Here the couple is very seriously enjoying the beach. The last one is stock image number 19. Who is the boss? Who's the subordinate? You can't really tell. I acknowledged that I was deconstructing methods of picture making and building a visual vocabulary for myself to use in my practice. From the choices of wardrobe, hairstyles, props, the overall color style, anything that ends up visually in the picture, I had control over. The next works I will show you are further investigations into commercial visual media. I'm intrigued by the shared aesthetics found in communication arts, fashion, design, and art. I started working with appropriated imagery because it is seen more on a daily basis. This image is of Consumer Collage, 2007. I gathered imagery from the internet, TV, magazines, posters, and other printed materials. This image is actually from the Macy's department store website. I downloaded a press kit. I was really drawn to the amazing fabricated city landscape in the background of Hollywood, as well as the very calculated threesome of a black, white, and Asian model. I collaged the text at the bottom right, making up the advertising slogan for the image. We're moving. This is Cautious Collage, same year. The graphic is from a shoe advertisement found in a fashion magazine. There was a photo of a pair of really hip sneakers at the bottom, and this organic graphic was growing up and out of the sneakers. I cropped out the shoes to focus more on that graphic, and the original advertisement includes the text at the upper right hand corner, create shoe envy. And so I collaged at the bottom left a counterpoint. It reads, be cautious. This is an image of the piece titled Sketchbook. This is actually still somewhat of a sketch because it has yet to be printed. It may be an inkjet print or a Duratrans print because the original source is a clear plastic cover to a sketchbook. I collaged the blue square graphic around the picture of a daisy. It references the software Adobe Illustrator, a little selection box. Find Yourself Here is an internet-based work. A link can be found on my website, the Mexicali Biannual website, and maybe soon the Art Lab website. The online project is fully interactive. First, referencing where you find the link, and second, through clicking the cursor or mouse. There's one pool of images and one pool of editorial text that randomly loop. I gathered the imagery from internet searches. I used generic terms like beach, forest, mountains, and I selected the images that looked more like snapshots rather than commercial, professional photography. The random juxtaposition of image and text can be affected by the viewer clicking the cursor anywhere on the screen to load the next image, but the timed rotation of the editorial text, the slogans, remains the same. Here's another detail.